Britney Spears is moved by how sex icon Pamela Anderson's boys support their mother. Britney Spears has declared herself a fan of Pamela Anderson's Netflix documentary and biography reclaiming her narrative. "I'm such a fan of Pamela Anderson," Spears, 41, claimed in an Instagram post that has since been deleted. "She was once America's only sex idol, and she still is." Spears was particularly moved by Anderson's sons' support for their mother during difficult times. "I particularly respect the fact that her children stood up for her when people tried to sell her stories from the past," she added. "They said, 'Why the hell bring up stuff that happened 20 years ago if that really messed up my mom?'" Spears continued. "He's accurate about the humiliating subject being packaged in a funny TV comparison." He went on to claim that the embarrassment caused her to go through a very low moment in her life. "When I read that, I was like, damn." Anderson, 55, and her ex-husband, Tommy Lee, 60, have two sons, Brandon Thomas Lee, 26, and Dylan Jagger Lee, 25. Brandon produced his mother's documentary Pamela, A Love Tale, as well as assisted with the negotiations for the film and her memoir Love, Pamela. Anderson previously told People that her sons were emotional when viewing the documentary about her life. "I believe Brandon was emotional. When Dylan saw it, he got a little emotional," she added. "Brandon has seen quite a bit of it. He's been doing this for 2 years, so it's been a lengthy process, and as a mother, you never want to burden your children. But this was a fun family effort with a lot of emotion attached to it." Brandon told People that he was thrilled to be able to show the world the genuine Pamela. "I've known her my entire life, but when I think of my mother, I think of someone who is tremendously well-read, clever, well-spoken, kind-hearted, and passionate, and the world has never really seen her like that," he said. "At the end of the day, I think people haven't given her enough credit or really another chance to recapture herself before a lot of these really awful things happened to her. I've always considered her as a really talented and powerful woman with a lot of potential, and I still think I do," Brandon continued. Anderson's eldest son confessed ahead of the documentary's publication that he wishes his mother earned money off of her famed stolen sex tape with Lee. "I wish she had made the money. If she had just signed the document, she would have gained millions of dollars," he stated. "Instead, she sat back with nothing and let her career die out. She has been in debt for the majority of her life." While Anderson looks to have a loving relationship with her sons, Spears has had a very different relationship with her two adolescent sons. Spears married Kevin Federline, 44, in 2004, had a son, Sean Preston, now 17, and another, Jaden James, 16, before divorcing Federline in 2007. Her connection with her sons has been strained since she was placed in a 13-year conservatorship in February 2008. And went through a custody fight in which the couple split custody 50-50. Spears hasn't stopped blogging about her family dynamics in long captions on Instagram since her conservatorship ended. However, photos of her sons are scarce, and Federline previously stated in an interview with 60 Minutes Australia that the boys haven't seen her in months and that it's their decision. Sean and Jaden were conspicuously absent from Spears' marriage to Sam Asghari, which Federline alleged was because they had chosen not to see her. The Baby One More Time singer has been the topic of several recent movies about her conservatory and the #Free Britney movement, despite the fact that she had no role in any of them. "With 4 documentaries released about me last year with people I adore speaking about my past," she added in an Instagram post. "Unfortunately, the portrayal of my past in those documentaries was quite embarrassing. It felt almost illegal." Many similarities have been made between Anderson and Spears, including how they were both young ladies who were tormented by the media and photographers. "Pamela taught me that people should support you exactly where you are in your life, unless cruelty runs the globe," Spears wrote. "Thank you for this," Anderson's son, Brandon, said. "You and my mother both deserved better," she said in response to Spears' remark. Both ladies are now revealing their sides of the story, with Spears set to issue her own autobiography. Pamela, A Love Story is currently available on Netflix, while Love, Pamela is in bookstores.